All right, you can see this guy running, trying to take off on him. Police apprehend both of the convicts. They still didn't get him. He's still rushing them, and he's still getting off on them. What, bro? They still haven't broken it up. That is crazy, dog. Fam, what's going on, man? It's your boy E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast. Today, I'm doing a reaction video of a maximum security prison in the state of New York, the Auburn Correctional Facility, where a convict is stabbed by another convict. So before we go ahead and check out this video, man, y'all do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and let's go ahead and check out this maximum security prison in the state of New York, the Auburn Correctional Facility, where a convict stabs another convict. Let's go ahead and check it out, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and run it back real quick, y'all. All right, so y'all let me know who have been to this prison in the state of New York, the Auburn Correctional Facility. It looks like this right here are kind of like little telephone booths, where I'm assuming that this is a little like bench where you can sit down and you can go in there to talk on the phone. I'm not sure if these are doors to where you can close it or not. If that's the case, you know what I mean, that's pretty cool. It gives you a little bit more privacy. Me personally, I've never seen this ever in any prison throughout, not only where I did my 12 years in the state of Florida, but I've never even seen it on content in any other state. And this doesn't really look like a dorm. This like tile kind of reminds me of food service, so it kind of looks like a work area. So maybe it might be some type of work area, maybe they got phones there or something like that. So anybody who's been to the Auburn Correctional Facility in the state of New York, number one, let me know, where is this? Is this some type of workplace? Is this food service? And also give me details about, you know, the phone booths right here. Is that what this is, phone booths? But what I'm assuming what's happening is maybe bro was gonna double back on the phone, or there was a fight over the phone line, because it looks like they both were walking to the phone, and the guy in the front obviously was the one who got stabbed. The guy behind him had a knife. He hit him a couple times. It seems to be like in the neck, in the back, and it looks like he's continually trying to stab him while this guy's trying to fight him off. Just keep watching. So the guy who's getting stabbed actually is becoming the aggressor a little bit. He keeps running back, trying to get away, but then still trying to charge the guy. And that's actually surprising right there. Look, to where this correctional officer, he runs up with spray, but he doesn't even spray it. He kind of like steps back. He's probably scared of the knife. I think this guy already got sprayed. You can see he's holding his face when he comes out. Or not. Maybe he's just trying to wipe blood. Yeah, he didn't get sprayed. But you can see all the blood on the floor. Officer laying him down. This guy right here looks like he just got out the shower. It's got to be a dorm, because he's got a towel in his hand. He's got shower slides on. They're laying down the aggressor, the guy who had the knife. I don't know if he already got rid of it or what. They're cuffing him up. Obviously going to take him to confinement. Officers are just not responding. I'm assuming that other convict who was getting stabbed is probably not like willingly getting cuffed up and going to confinement. That's why the goon squad, they were probably coming anyway whenever they hit the panic button. But you can see the officer was running down here with a baton in his hand, and it looks like they still were running, and this guy, they're still running. So the other convict's probably going crazy. Look at all this police coming. Yeah, he's probably over there turning up or something, because they're trying to hurry up and get to the other guy. Or maybe there's another situation, but there's probably at least 20 something correctional officers. You got the LT right there in the white shirt. So yeah, it was a chow hall, but why the heck does this guy, if it is the chow hall, why does this guy got shower slides on and a towel? Anybody who's been to this prison, let me know what's going on here. If this is the chow hall, why does this guy have a towel in his boxers and shower slides? Is there showers in the chow hall as well? So apparently the guy who was getting stabbed is now running to go attack another convict. So I don't know if this is gang related or if there's this beef between that convict and this guy and the other guy he's attacking, but just watch what happens here. All right, you can see this guy running, trying to take off on him. Police apprehend both of the convicts. They still didn't get him. He's still rushing them. And he's still getting off on them. What? Bro. They still haven't broken it up. That is crazy, dog. That is crazy. Let's go back some. First of all, look at what this correctional officer did right here, man. Y'all go ahead and hit that hype button, bro, because this correctional officer was all out trying to stop that convict from running to where he threw the bench. He pushed it over trying to block him off like it was a spike strip in the middle of the highway, man. That was creative. I've never seen that. Y'all go ahead and hit that hype button, bro. That was absolutely insane. Look at this. Police throws the bench. Now, this is where they should have easily apprehended both of them. But nah, bro. And he's still taking off on that guy. And they're just hitting him with the batons, and he's just eating it. He's just eating the batons, bro. Not even phasing the guy. Not phasing him at all, bro. Now it's finally over with. They still haven't apprehended him. Either of them. All right, so here's a different angle. But one thing I want to talk about real quick is whenever correctional officers are trying to break a fight up, a lot of the times they will actually let it end, especially depending upon the institution. But sometimes, bro, the officers don't want to get hurt. They don't want to put themselves in harm's way unless it's very necessary. So if there's no weapons involved, sometimes they'll let the convicts duke it out and wait till one person is kind of like losing or getting hurt really bad, and then they'll stop it because they don't want to be attacked by the convicts who are fighting while the issue is taking place. So that's normally common. They'll normally use spray, tear gas, whatever, or like batons like we're seeing here. So you can see that the officers weren't that intentional about trying to stop it. They were kind of trying to let it die down a little bit and really just taking off on them with the batons. But let's go ahead and just check out this other angle. That's crazy, bro, because you can see they clearly had this guy right here. Look, they got him hemmed up. You know what I mean? And they still couldn't restrain him. So this has got to be some weird style prison to where they got, you know, chow hall tables. Or maybe this isn't a chow hall. Maybe this is just a day room and they look like chow hall tables, but really they're just day room tables. Because look, they got the little weight pile right here. It seems like there's stairs back here in the back. So again, anybody who's been to this prison, let me know what area this is. It's got to be a dorm. It's got to be the dormitory. Let them go. Still going at it. This is where they're taking off on them with the batons, bro. There it is, hitting him in the back, and he's just eating it. Look at this guy in the back with the baton. He's got his baton out for no reason. He's staying as far as he can from all the conflict going on. Look, he don't want no issues. It's another angle. All right, y'all. If you guys ever wonder why sometimes people get severely injured or their life taken in prison or in county jails, this is a perfect example why. I'm not trying to throw shade and be negative towards administration and correctional officers, but the reality is, bro, a lot of times, man, the staff and the administration really doesn't care, bro, if somebody gets hurt. You know what I mean? And you can see right here just the negligence, the lack of training, the lack of control when it comes to this administration being able to restrain just these two guys. There's literally like 20 cops in here right now, 20 officers, 20 staff members. A little bit earlier, it's maybe only 7 or 8, but still, there's only 2 convicts going at it, bro, and they could not restrain them. It shows the lack of physical strength, the lack of physical fitness, the lack of confidence. It shows the fear that the correctional officers have, and really just the lack of control to de-escalate conflict. And this isn't just this prison, but this is prisons nationwide. And of course, every administration, every prison moves and works differently, bro. You go to some prisons, bro, and the moment the first swing happens, bro, there's people there at a drop of a dime and they're slamming and spraying and hitting everybody. But for the most part, bro, sadly, a lot of times, man, like, that's why a lot of, incarcerated individuals, convicts, can get really hurt or lose their lives. So all the convicts from New York, man, if you've been to this prison, let me know, is that how administration always moves? It seems like they don't got no control. But all the convicts in general who are watching, let me know what prison, what state you are in, and how did the staff and administration respond just when it comes to fights or stabbings or things like that? Did they normally let it cool off first before they engaged? Or were they on top of it, pedal to the metal, trying to stop it before it gets bigger? Let me know how they move. From my experience, I think it always depends upon the institution, even though you may be in a certain state. Prison by prison, it can vary how they respond. So from my experience of 12 years in Florida prisons, I've been to some spots to where the moment a punch is thrown, the administration is running. They're running like 40 deep to a one-on-one fight like it's World War III. But I've been to other institutions where police will just walk away from a fight as long as it's in the dorm and it's not like right open in front of the cameras. If the camera's not seeing it, they're acting like they're not seeing it. And then again, it depends upon the officer who sees it. But as well, there's sometimes where the officers will come, they'll kind of wait for the fight to cool down as long as there are no weapons involved, so that way they don't get injured. And then they try to calmly, like verbally, calm the guys down, so that way they don't have to deal with physical confrontation, which I understand. So let me know, again, all convicts, whatever prison and state where you are in, how did the administration respond to fights and to conflict and violence and things like that, and with the details in the comments. So look, family, it's your boy E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast. And family, look, I got a fire HBO style series on the 4-episode playlist. It's a chronological journey of my 12 years in prison. It's called The Incarceration. Season 1 has been out, but season 2 is just now coming out. But to access it, you have to become an all access member to this channel. And this is a preview clip of season 2 right here. And it's a lot of people getting jumped, a lot of 2-on-2s or 3s-on-5s all day, every day. No exaggeration. When the police see the fighting, majority of the time, they won't even break it up, won't even look, won't even lock down the dorm, just put a blind eye to it and keep on going. Non-stop chaos all day, every day. No exaggeration. Nothing but yelling, fighting, and occasionally stabbings. One thing I began to realize as well at JIT camp is that people had knives for sure, but they call them fence pokers. Little wire that people unravel off the fence posts. They sharpen it up on the floor and it becomes a knife. But they're small and they're really skinny. So even though they go in and out real quick and real fast and will puncture people, it's not really deadly unless you hit somebody in the jugular or in the eye or something like that. For the most part, I began to realize at JIT camp that stabbings were just to try to get people off the compound. Because normally when people will get stabbed, they go to medical, they go to confinement, and they transfer them to a different JIT camp for their safety. But in adult camp, it's different. At adult prisons, when people are getting stabbed, it's because someone's trying to kill you. But at JIT camp, it was mostly just fighting, locks and socks, locks on belts, people getting hit with lockers, people getting beat up with broomsticks or other objects or trays, dinner trays, lunch trays. Yeah. And also, if you didn't know, man, I am a rapper. My artist name is EI the King. You can find my music wherever you listen to your music at. Go to my artist YouTube channel, EI the King, to check out my music videos. Follow me on Instagram, EI the King, TikTok, EI the King Official, and family. I got 3 other YouTube channels. My official artist channel, EI the King. Go check out my music videos. Real Crime Stories Unlocked, and my newest channel, Low Budget Traveling, where I'm sharing with you, our fellow convicts and everyday average American, that it is possible for you and I to travel abroad, internationally, on a low budget. All the links are going to be at the end of this video. Go ahead and click those links. It's going to take you to my new channels. Subscribe, follow, check out the content. It's fire. And family, we're on the journey to 100,000 subs. Right now we're at 60K. I appreciate all the day one viewers and day one subscribers. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so now. Y'all do me a favor, go ahead and like this video. And for all the convicts watching, man, if you done time in the county jail, state prison, federal prison, you want to share your incarcerated experiences, email me at eithekingbooking@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram at eitheking_. As I interview you, I'll post your interview up on this channel. If you got a YouTube channel, social media, whatever you want to promote, I'll allow you to promote it throughout the interview. And y'all stay tapped in for more fire content to continue to come your way. It's your boy EI the King, and I'm out. Peace.